Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are having a great time here at the fantastic Westside location Princeton Club, and there is a lot to do.
A lot to do, a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot on my list, but we're going to get to that later, and we're actually going to chat with these folks later in the show. You recognize these friendly, lovely faces, don't you? This is John and Chris. We're so pleased to see you. They're with Accu-Clime Mechanical Services, and we're going to cover some topics for your home in just a minute. But how are you guys doing?
Good.
Thank
Friendly,
you.
maybe, but lovely, probably.
Yeah.
You're lovely, folks. Absolutely you are. Well, let's kind of get into, instead of starting with the technical questions, let's start with the things that I think matter to families at home and matter to me personally. The hard thing when you hire a contractor of any kind, whether it be for heating, air, or otherwise, is just knowing that you're going to get somebody that's trustworthy. And obviously we know you, but for folks at home who haven't had that experience with you, what do you think really sets yourself apart, or how are you able to assure people at home that you are trustworthy, you're going to give them a fair price, and you're going to do a good job?
You know, I'm gonna jump in there, Jessa.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry for the aberration, folks, but I can actually answer that question because, Chris, you've been in my house, you've worked on my furnace, and I think the proof is really in the pudding, and it's one of those things that you'll never know until you really try it. And I've tried it, and you guys, I left you in my house unattended, so to speak, and you did a great job, and I felt totally comfortable doing that.
The steak dinner was awesome.
Yeah, you
Wait
took
a minute.
that? No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can just speak personally that you guys did a great job, and I felt totally comfortable having you work in my house.
Yeah.
No problems at all.
I think that's the single most important thing when you're talking about doing something with your home. You guys aren't going to get to talk at all today, by the way.
Yeah,
Well,
you get to answer the next
the easiest
question.
interview we've ever done, I tell you what. That's an interview we never did.
But it is, though, because you're the experts in your field. We aren't. We really don't know what's wrong, what to expect, and all those things. So it's a little bit scary. You're entering unknown territory, and you're just hoping that somebody's going to be honest with you. So you have that experience. Obviously, we know that from just knowing you.
Right.
So hopefully that takes the guesswork out for folks at home. Just from that component, probably the single most important.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. That's number one. Number two, though, I think is pricing. A lot of people talk about pricing, and I think there's folks out there who still are in that mindset of, I'm going to call 5 guys and find the cheapest person to go with that.
Right.
But you've talked about how that's not always the best way, or maybe never the best way to go. Can you share with viewers why that is?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a mechanical device, and you still get what you pay for.
Right.
You kind of look at it from a 10% rule. If the price is within 10%, then there's different overhead costs. There's a little bit different costs between the companies and stuff like that. If you have a difference of over that amount, that company is doing something different. And probably if they really sat and talked with you and paid attention to what you told them, something that's different, and it's going to be your benefit. It's something to make your home more comfortable by what you've told them.
Okay.
So the cheapest price isn't always the best scenario.
Right.
So based on the equipment, the type of equipment, and there's something big different in the installation.
Well, if you own a home, you want this to last in your home as long as you're going to be in the home at the very least. And so I think that's really important to know that you might get a cheaper product or something of that nature, but it's certainly not going to stand the test of time. So
It's an investment.
it's an investment.
It is, and it gets forgotten about once it's running.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about, kind of current situation. Summer is finally here. It's finally starting to warm up.
Amen.
Hallelujah. We didn't know if it was going to happen, but we get to kind of switch gears now and think a little bit more about air conditioning.
Yep.
What are some of the key components folks at home should be thinking about for their homes in terms of air conditioning?
I think really the first thing you want to look at is make sure your air filter's been changed.
We're supposed to do that. That's
Probably
right.
helps with the airflow through the house. Walk around outside, make sure that your coil's been kind of rinsed off, kind of sprayed down in a down fashion to get all
Cover over the air
the cover
conditioner
off the air
removed.
conditioner.
Some people
Cover
cover
off.
it.
Yep, that has a tendency to shut the air conditioner down. And
Okay.
I mean, Chris can probably add a few more things to that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's at least start thinking, okay, I've got to get somebody out to look at it. I've at least got to change my filter if it hasn't been done. Make sure that the brush and stuff is clear, the leaves that may have built up around it, at least that type of stuff to get yourself going. When you first turn it on, walk outside, see if it's making any funny noises or anything before they come out, and just make sure that plywood or something, if you do cover it during the winter, that's removed as well.
Sure.
And then call somebody out to get it checked.
Yeah.
And you guys do chemical cleanings of air conditioning units. Now, is this something that people can do on their own, or they need to call a professional to do that?
John had a customer, I think, that called in that was doing it on their own. They were going to clean it themselves, and they ended up having a big problem.
They pulled all the wires off because they just grabbed the lid and just pulled it off and tore wires, and we spent a good half a day putting things back together for them.
Yeah.
It's best to just let us do it because we know what's connected where and how to do it.
Sure.
It's an eco-friendly cleaner. It foams up, pushes stuff out. I mean,
Sure.
it's okay to rinse it off yourself with a
Sure.
hose, as long as it's shut off.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're going to need to have it cleaned with a good foaming cleaner. Pushes the stuff out. We rinse it off, and it's an eco-friendly cleaner that we use as well. So that's important.
We'll say we got to go, but real quick before we do that, you guys are always doing something that is good for the viewers. So what are you doing right now?
Well, what we're going to do is the first 5 people that call Accu-Clime Mechanical between the dates of May 25th and June 1st. The first 5 people that call us and they say, hey, I saw you guys on Wisconsin Family. I want to get an air conditioner tune-up scheduled. We're going to actually give you those give away 5 air conditioning tune-ups. So the first 5 people to call are going to get a free air conditioner tune-up, which is normally $139.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
that's-
Free, John?
Free. and that doesn't
Did you
cover
guys discuss this beforehand?
exactly. And that doesn't cover the filter. However, that does cover the tune-up
Sure.
of the piece of equipment. Yes.
Now that's worth absolutely a
Yeah,
phone call.
absolutely.
Great deal. Well, thanks so much, guys. This is Chris and John from Accu-Clime Mechanical Services. These guys are great. Let them be your guys. We're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family. We are talking games for the whole family. We're here at Princeton Club. Stick with us.